Welcome everyone. In today's video, we will start by very basics of Python programming, a language that has become one of the most in-demand skills in today's era of artificial intelligence, data science, machine learning, web development, and automation. Python is widely known for its simplicity, readability, and versatility. Whether you are a student, a researcher, or a professional, Python provides a solid foundations to build your computational skills. Before getting started with Python, you will need to install any environment to execute Python code. In my case, I will use Anaconda. To download Anaconda, let's visit the official download page and select your operating system. In my case, it's Windows. I will click on the Windows and then download. Once the installer is downloaded for your operating system, whether Windows, Mac, or Linux, you can follow the on-screen instruction to install it. If you encounter any issues or have questions during installation process, feel free to ask in the comment section. Once the installation is completed, click on the start button and find the folder named Anaconda. So here it is. I will click here, the drop down list is visible. So I will click on Jupyter Notebook instead of Anaconda because I am currently working on Python. So my purpose, my requirement will be fulfilled by the Jupyter Notebook. So once I click here, you will see this. So this is the home page of Jupyter Notebook. From here you can create a new notebook. So here it is. So there are different cells. So each cell is used to execute a Python code. If you type a code in this cell and control plus enter, this code will be executed. So let's start with the most basic code that every programmer writes as their first program. Hello world. So I'm writing print inside bracket and inside double or single quotation hello world. I will explain the reason of quotation later. And next is control enter. So here it is the output hello world. Print function is used to print the output of the code. And the purpose of using quotation is that the text is a string means that any any value you want to consider as a text, it may be a number, it may be a text. Now that we know how to print something, let's move to variables. A variable is like a container for storing information. In Python we can use variables to store different types of data. One thing to note is that we use a sign of equality to assign a value to a variable. For instance, when I write a is equal to 10, I am storing a number 10 in a variable a. Okay, so it's mean that anytime I refer to a letter a, it will represent the number 10. One thing to notice is that in Python integer are the whole numbers. Now let's have one more example. If I write b is equal to 3.14, so 3.14 is not an integer. Okay, I earlier mentioned that all whole numbers are integer, but any value that include a decimal point is known as floats. So in this case 3.14 is a float. So let's have one more example. If I write 2.0, so it's also a float. Knowing the difference between integer and floats help us to manage numbers in different scenarios. Now let's talk about strings. In the first cell, I print hello world was a string. A string is simply a collection of characters like words or sentences. Let's say C is equal to inside quotation. This could be a single or double quotation. So I am telling Python that C holds the word Python. Remember that strings are enclosed in either single quotations or double quotations. So here we use double, but you can use either. Strings allow us to store and manipulate text in Python. We use them for working with words, sentence, or any text data. Next we have Boolean values. For example, d is equal to true assigns the value true to the variable d. Okay, so the reason of using booleans is for logical comparisons or condition, where we ask question like is this true or is this false. Okay, in this scenario the booleans are the best options. Now let me define one more variable. X is equal to 2 and I will print x, and I am defining another variable of y is equal to 5, and I'm also printing it y. Okay, one thing to notice that for x I use print x, and for y I directly call y. So both will work, both are the option, but print function is recommended, so you should use print function. Now I have defined two variables x and y. Now I want to add them. To add them, we will simply write x plus y and control plus enter. Here it is answer 7. So in this way you can add two variables, two stored variables. You can do it directly like this. I'm writing 2 plus 7, so it will represent 7. Okay, so you can do it directly or by defining a variable. So that's all for today's video. If you have any question, feel free to ask in the comment section, and don't forget to hit subscribe button. Thank you.